It's Do Time with Pastor Steph.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. You're on with this Due Time with Pastor Steph. How are you this morning? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. For this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So, where were you yesterday? Yesterday was a Tuesday, and scamming was the name of the game. Yes, everywhere we look, there was another scam going on. Facebook Marketplace again is the location of a scam. Men supposedly all they wanted to do was buy a $300 couch, and all they wanted to do was sell a $300 couch, and ended up being a rip-off for the seller. How do we get ripped off by a seller? Well, they went and they sent $300, and then it was like, well, you got to send another $600, and the $600 was sent until the person realized they were being scammed. Oh, they say, let the buyer beware. Oh boy. On the flip side of that, you have an elderly couple, 87 and 74, and they think they won a $4 million sweepstakes along with 2 cars and a truck. Well, get your winnings and keep it moving. No. In order to receive the winnings, they said they had to pay taxes and fees and shipping and handling and processing, and by the time they were finished, $141,000 lost, along with their car, their home, and the current income in the house. Oh, how do we get this far? Well, here was the kicker, as Katie would say. The parents were mad. Another set of parents were being ripped off as well, and was angry that the son tore apart the deal, and did not speak to the son until a year later, when they realized that that was a scam, because it was on TV. Yeah, please. They are really targeting the elderly. So please, if you have parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, please just watch out for what they're doing. And even at the risk that they won't speak to you, just take the hit. They'll thank you later. And this couple, the second couple, the elderly couple, did a year later, but did come to thank him for making that move. Well, yesterday we had a Wow Tuesday story. We talked about basement braces, people who are opting to get braces from like the witch doctors in the basement, instead of paying the $5,000 to $10,000, maybe $3,000 that they are supposed to pay at a regular board certified dentist office. They are opting for $150 to $300 job done on your teeth. Somebody putting braces on your teeth for $150 to $300, whether it's cosmetically or because you really need it and can't afford it. It doesn't matter. Who does this? Well, this seems to be the phase and the craze this day. Please, it goes right along with the other scams. Somebody could make you think it's okay, and you would think it's okay to put $150 of dental work in your mouth, and they said, yeah, all they did was switch some stuff around, put some glue and some wire on the teeth and pull it together, and somebody taught somebody in an office for 6 weeks, and dentists have to go to school for 8 years, but somebody taught you in 6 weeks. I'm waiting to see the first arrest or all these arrests begin, because this is scary and horrific. Please don't try this stuff at home, y'all. Please let the buyer beware. Let the seller beware. That's how bad it is. You can't even sell things without being ripped off. So come on, come on. Let's put on our thinking caps and let's act like we know. Well, today is Wow Wednesday, everybody. Halfway through the week. Thank God we made it halfway through the week. Well, our girlfriend Vivian is hanging out in the wing. So go ahead and get that healthy breakfast. Go ahead and tell somebody, anybody, everybody that it's due time. We'll pass the Steph things on. And whatever you do, go anywhere, because we'll be right back.
Man that make your life easier, feel it when he come home. I want my man to walk into peace, hot food, a clean space, a shower ready, his clothes laid out so the world can finally get off his shoulders for a minute. Allow him a moment to decompress and be to himself after a long day at work. If he out here handling business, protecting us, making sure I'm okay mentally, emotionally, financially, why would I not want to pour back into him too? And no, that's not being submissive or losing yourself. That's what happens when two people actually care about making life easier for each other. I think social media made people scared to nurture the person they love. Everybody want to receive softness, but nobody want to create it. The best relationships are mutual. He brings me peace. I bring him peace. Nobody keeping score. We just take care of each other.
Hey, hey, hey there. Good morning. Welcome back to It's Due Time with Pastor Steph. And it is Wow Wednesday. Thanks be to God that we made it halfway through the week while everybody else is trying to figure out what they're going to do with the hump day or how to get over the hump day. God gave us Wow Wednesday. So our girlfriend Vivian is already set to get us started. So let's say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Wow Wednesday. How are you, Pastor Steph?
I'm well, thank you, Viv. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good, good. You look like you're sitting in a nice, sunny spot. The sun is right in your face.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Nice, but you're beaming. You're beaming, girl. We're grateful. We're grateful. What you got for us today?
All right, today on Socially Conscious, we are starting off with the U.S. Department of Justice suing New York over a New York state law that would require federal immigration agents and federal law enforcement officers to, 1, show identification, and 2, limit the use of masks while carrying out operations. Now, we've seen the pictures and the videos of these ICE agents out there, and they look like thugs with their faces covered, all ganging up on one person. It looks crazy. And the U.S. Department of or New York State has said no more of that should be going on. And they are actually suing to reverse this new law that they have put in place. New York leaders say the law is about transparency and accountability, arguing that people should know who is stopping, questioning, or arresting them. The Justice Department disagrees, saying the law puts federal agents and their families at risk by making it easier for them to be identified, tracked, harassed, or targeted. Federal officials argue that states cannot tell federal agents how to do their jobs and claimed the law violates the U.S. Constitution. At the center of the debate is a question Americans are asking. How do you balance public accountability with officer safety? So now there is this battle going on. They are suing, trying to get this law overturned because they feel as though their constitutional rights are being mismanaged. And we will see what comes of this. Of course, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Is this something that they should allow for the ICE agents and other federal agents to continue covering their faces and not having to show identification? Or should this law stay in place? Next, we have the U.S. citizenship examination and the whole spiel that goes on to become a citizen in the United States. They're saying the costs could possibly be going up. Federal officials are considering a proposal that would raise the naturalization application fee to nearly $1,400, which would be a significant jump from what many applicants say they pay today. Supporters say the increase would help cover processing costs, while critics argue it could create another financial barrier for immigrants who have already spent years and thousands of dollars navigating the legal immigration system. For many families, citizenship is more than a legal status. It is access to voting, better paying jobs, and long-term stability. Advocacy groups warn that higher fees could discourage eligible immigrants from applying for citizenship, especially lower-income residents who may already be struggling with the rising cost of living. So with everything else that is going on with the prices, now they have to be concerned about the price of becoming a U.S. citizen. Are we really surprised? And next we have a federal judge who has ruled that the government cannot stop SNAP recipients from using their food stamp benefits to buy items like candy, chips, soda, and the likes. The decision blocks restrictions that have been approved or planned in more than 20 states as part of an effort to encourage healthier eating through SNAP. So the states are really trying to have it to where people are utilizing their SNAPs for healthier options. And fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you feel about this, they have said that is not going to go forth. People can use their stamps, their SNAP, however they see fit, and the government cannot monitor or stop how they decide to spend their money. Supporters of the restriction argue that taxpayer-funded benefits should not be used to purchase products linked to obesity and other chronic health issues, while people who oppose it argue that the rules were confusing and that it would only hurt low-income families and create barriers for people simply trying to feed their household. At the heart of the debate is the larger question: should the government assistance program focus solely on providing access to food, period? Or should they also influence what foods people are allowed to buy? And now we have our wow story of the week, which is a listener submitted story, which comes with a video. So we're always talking about how grandmas are not grandma anymore. And this video shows exactly that. So I'm going to close out and allow Shantice to play this video. Unfortunately, I will not be a part of the conversation, but I know it's going to be a good one. But this has been Vivian We're socially conscious, giving you the news that we are following. And remember, if you have any wild stories you would like to submit, please feel free to direct message me on Facebook. My username there is Vivian BM, and come back every Wednesday to find out if your story has been chosen. Thank you, as always, to our loyal viewers and listeners, and thank you, Pastor Steph.
Mom again.
What am I gonna do? I am too old for that.
So are you gonna give birth natural, or are you gonna do a scheduled C-section? What is your plans?
Damn one of them.
So what's gonna happen to little Peanut?
I'm gonna get abortion.
You kept all of us.
I'm too old for that.
No, you're not.
I believe I'm gonna give him up for an adoption.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm too old to be raising up another baby. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go through that.
There's no way I'm letting a stranger take my sibling away from me.
Well, who's gonna take care of it?
I'll take care of the baby.
I'm just trying to do the best I can with this. I'll just take one day at a time. Just because you have a baby by a man or whatever, that don't mean y'all can be together. And some of these men out here, they try to take an advantage of you. And for all the single women and stuff, don't let no man slow you down.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I didn't get pregnant by myself. So I'm trying to get in touch with you to let you know what's going on. But you ain't been answering your phone.
My mom did not deserve the way you have been treating her. So we're gonna have you stand on business today. And when we find you, we need you to step up to the plate.
Reggie was a real man, as he said he was. He could be stepping up to the plate, and take care of your responsibility. But since he's not, then I am gonna do it. And I'm not worrying about Reggie no more. This is for the men's out there. You have a child out there. You're not taking care of your child, and you know that's your child. Y'all is so wrong for that. So you need to step up to the plate and be a man and a father. I didn't get this baby by myself. I'm 64 years old. He is not going to be getting away with this. He may think so. So when I have this baby, him and I and the baby going to do DNA test done. And then when it comes out,
I saw this video. I only got one thing to say. Ooh, wait, here comes the conversation. Boy, do we have lots to talk about today. We're going to run out of time, y'all. We're going to run out of time. Well, thank you, Vivian, for your socially conscious segment. As always, she's got 4 wow topics. Oh, we got a lot to talk about, ladies. So let's get up. You in the chat room, family that's in the chat room, make sure you check in so I can say good morning, so we can get up to have this conversation this morning. Oh my. If you're in the room, please check in. I want to say good morning. We got to check in from our girl, Ketty. Hey, Ketty girl, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. We got Terrence in the house. Good morning, Your Highness. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. Glad to have you back. Really missed you when you were gone. Oh, child, I'm glad you were here for this conversation this morning. All right. Oh, we got our lady Tamika on this side of the chat room. We can't wait to get to talking about this conversation this morning on the other side of the screen. All righty. We got to check it from our boy Serge. Hey, Serge. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. Happy traveling. Well, we must say good morning to the ladies that keep us humming and running each and every morning. Let's say good morning to our girl Shantice. Good morning, Shantice. And let's say good morning to our girl Anika. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I saw this video about 2 weeks ago. And I actually was going to do it on my There's More to Be Said segment. But with all of the planning of the conference, we're in the mouth of the conference, I was like, okay, I got to put this on the back burner. But Vivian just pulled us straight into today. We got to check in from Miss Grace. Hey, Miss Grace, thank you so much for joining us. Miss Grace said, oh, that video just scared me. Wow. But child, I can't wait to get to talking. Well, excuse me, let's say good morning to our lady Tamika. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I can't wait to get to talking. She gave us 4 hot topics this morning, so I can't wait. There is a check-in from Alan. At least that's the way I think it's pronounced. Good morning, Alan. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope those symbols mean something good. I hope you're saying good morning. All right, let's say good morning to our girl Shantice.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, y'all. How are you, Shantice?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Y'all need to be sounding out the alarm out there to anybody who you think is available to listen to this morning's topic. All right. Kenny says, great PSA. No way. Lock me up and throw away the key while I have a baby. Will I have a baby at this age? I tell you, there are so many things associated with this particular video, and I couldn't wait to do it. And boy, I couldn't believe when Vivian saw that. Good morning, Ava. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's get to chatting, ladies. Are you excited? I feel like we just hit the jackpot this morning. All righty. All right. So, let's see. We're just getting started. So, the United States Department of Justice is against New York State. Well, New York State is trying to mandate and require that all federal immigration agents and police show their ID and get rid of the masks while operating. Yes. Now they're suing, the Department of Justice is suing to reverse this new law that they're pushing into effect, saying that it is a protection against the families and their agents, and it keeps them from being tracked, known, so forth and so on. We can guess the list of things that they're trying to push, and they're saying that it's their constitutional right constitutional rights that are being violated by making them show ID and remove those masks. And New York is saying it's our constitutional right to know who is sometimes assaulting us, but definitely exposing who is actually we're interacting with. So this is a biggie, because this is the first time I've heard in all of their operations from the day he got into office, he sicked the law on all of the immigrants. And this is the way they have been operating since January 3rd, which was 3 days after Trump took office. Lady Tamika, have they hit a home run with this requirement, or you can see why the Department of Justice wants to keep this covert operation going as is?
The way I see it, they shoot, they score, and the crowd goes wild. It's about time. Like you think about it, we're Americans. Everywhere we go, we need to show our ID. There's nowhere that you can go here that you don't need your ID, something to verify who you are. So now and even when we had the pandemic and we were wearing masks, there was this guidance of you could do this, you could do that. And then there was a complaint about, you wearing the mask outside. So now all of a sudden you said that they can wear masks, and I'm glad that at this point, you have to take those masks off. Show us who you are, because that doesn't make any sense. We've had way too many occurrences where, someone has been taken advantage of and not being able to even validate who they're talking to. No ID was shown. I just got, assaulted or yelled at or told to move. Finally, job well done. Job well done.
All righty. Shantice, what say you?
I don't see what the issue is. They brought this on themselves. So all of the foolishness that they presented, all of the chaos they have caused, all of the questionable tactics they've used, and then because they were doing all of that, they left the door open for other people to now impersonate them and commit crimes and do all that. So if you're on the up and up, what's the problem? If you're legit and you've been properly given this position, legitimately, what's the problem? Said that just makes you look like what they're enforcing is right.
Absolutely. Anika says you don't want to be known. Don't do the job. There are no other.
Pastor Steph, we're not hearing you.
No, we can't hear you.
My thing is, all of the police department, every police department in every state, they don't have masks. They don't have helmets unless there's some elite squad. But they don't have masks. We're talking about every mode of, military. They don't have masks. Why do you get an opportunity and why must you put on a mask? The only reason why you're putting on a mask is because it's just that. It's covert. Your behavior, everything you do. I'm trying to figure out how they've been able to operate all this time.
Right.
I'm really trying to figure out how it is that they're able to operate all this time. Can you hear me? Because I'm getting a bad
hear you now.
All right, hold on. Let me just switch this off.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all righty. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how has it been all this time and you've been allowed to operate like this. I don't know if you remember, Vivian showed us a video a while ago of when they were here in New York City, they were making them take those masks off. And the police officers that were arresting them because they were explaining to them that you don't override us here in New York City. We don't care what you do in other states.
Your sound went back out, Pastor Steph.
Together. And this is how they've been able to operate and rape women, shoot and kill people. And now they got to go do all this heavy investigation as to who this was and all of this kind of stuff. No, you don't get an opportunity to behave like this, and now you don't have any accountability for what you're doing. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. So let's rip these bandages off your face and make you face the music and let people see. How could you even be able to interact with the public like this? You go out every day. So let's address, they feel that they are protecting themselves, their families, they're protected against being tracked, being known. What do you think about that point, Lady Tamika?
Poppycock, garbage, foolishness. That's the way that I feel about it. No, because it's a very scary place in that anybody can put on a mask and say they're blah blah blah. So my thing is, you are protecting yourself from what? You're protecting yourself from being known for a lot of this foolishness that has been happening on streets and neighborhoods. What is it that what are you doing that you can't be seen? That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
We can't hear you, Pastor Steph. We can't not hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, I'm sorry. Some wacky stuff going on. I may just come out and go back in, so you ladies just keep it going if you see me go away. But Shantice, they say they're protecting themselves. They say that their families are being protected. They say that they, want to keep from being traced and known and so forth and so on. Is this something they need to be aware, concerned about, or is it something that we should be concerned about?
We should be concerned about this. Why is it that you don't want to be traced? You don't want, if your job is to assist with getting rid of people who do not legally belong here, why does my face have to be covered for that? This is what anyone is supposed to be doing. Whether it's me, whether it's Johnny, whether it's Mary, we're supposed to be getting you out of here because you're illegally here. So unless I'm committing a crime, why is my face covered? The only reason why SWAT has their face covered is because they have on the full body armor. They go into heavy battle environments. That's why their faces are covered. They go in anticipating people are going to be trying to shoot them in between the eyes, try to shoot them in the eyelash, try to shoot them in the nose. That's the only reason why they go in. And they don't go in with bandanas on their face. They go in with helmets. They go in with bulletproof vests because they are anticipating being on a battlefield. You're not anticipating being on a battlefield. The most you're anticipating on dealing with is some rejection as to, oh no, I don't want to go. But you don't plan on running up on someone who has guns and drugs and all of that. You're not a task force. You're just going to get the people who don't have the proper paperwork to be here. So we should be the ones that's scared, because this just helps. And people don't think that your attire feeds your mentality. It really does. And it's proven.
And that's what I meant earlier. I agree. You're not an elite task force,
right?
That are up against drug cartels and the mob and the mafia and all of this danger, like a SWAT team or like some of the elite units in DEA, things like that. These people really pose no threat. You really have not heard of the people that ICE agents are going after, really them coming under fire and danger and things like that. And their behavior, their tactical behavior is out of line. How have so many people been hurt, killed? Why have women been raped, sexually violated? Why is all of this happening under your regime of, just like Shanti said, just moving the people to the airport? Pretty much. Why are you in this position
where people are accusing you and people have seen you behave in this manner. Why would you need your face covered? The police officers, at one point, I don't know if it's still, actually, a mandate, they were supposed to live where they worked in New York City. So what happens to their families?
Mm-hmm.
When they come out their buildings, out their homes, what happens to their families? So why do your families get a special level of protection where any other, police force agent, officer, they don't have this protection? Detectives and captains, and they don't have this protection. Mm-hmm. So why are you entitled, or you should deserve? Again, this all goes back to I can do what I want to do. That's all this is. I can do what I want to do and hang underneath the radar. And now you're going to be exposed, at least here in New York. Who knows? Who knows how many other agencies are going to take this up? How many other states are going to take this fight up? I say good for you, New York, and good for you, ICE agents.
I'm also thinking about in the past where they had some of the information on the ICE agents where they were saying that they were tattooed, and some of them were members of gangs and some other stuff. And I'm going, okay, and you got a mask, and you're now controlling certain areas. Right. Yeah, no, I want to see your ID. I want the mask completely off. That makes sense. Make it make sense.
Absolutely. And that, if you remember, goes back to another story. I believe it was Vivian who brought the story about when the ICE agent walked up on the individual and the individual refused to stop, got in the car, and he was dragged along the way and then held in the car against his will until he got to the police station. Well, yeah, you walked up on somebody. I don't know who you are. You claim to be ICE, and with this bandage and mask over your face. Listen, anybody can get those clothes that they've got right now. Anybody. Mm-hmm. Anybody could get those clothes and pretend to be an ICE agent. This is why I'm trying to figure out how they've been able to operate all this time. Anybody could be this person. Y'all could be anybody. So I don't understand why. But again, look who's operating. Look who's, manning the ship on this. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I wouldn't be surprised if a whole lot of them wearing the masks should be on them planes as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised that they may not have been given some what's the word they call it? Starts with an A. Can't think of it. But the amnesty. Mm-hmm. I'll give you amnesty if you help me collect all of your people. And this is one of the reasons why their faces are covered. Because how can you put, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if that was what's going on and has been going on all this time. I really wouldn't. Yeah, you covering up for more than one reason. And you probably gave these people some extra, not only amnesty, but you probably gave them some extra money.
Oh, definitely.
So you make them the watchdogs. Mm-hmm. You make them, you put them up against their own. Because let me tell you something. You go to them, they know where they are. Ooh. I ain't got to do a lot of hunting if I get them.
Right.
They're going to take me right to where they are. And I may even charge you for every one you collect. See, you all this covert stuff, I'm covering up my face and I can't be seen. Nah, you can't be seen for many a reason. So I would not be surprised if this was part of what was going on. All right, ladies. The U.S. citizenship exam to become a citizen, and I'm saying it just like that, the cost could possibly be rising up to $1,400. They feel that this is way above the amount of money that they should be spending. It's going to hit the lower class and the, people who are really trying to get here. They're going to find the biggest hardship. And the U.S. is saying, well, listen, as we increase this fee, you're getting access to voting, you get a better paying jobs, you're getting all kinds of benefits that come from being a U.S. citizen, and you're worrying about all the money that you supposedly have spent and all the years that you have spent trying to come here. Well, you come here, you're going to pay. Shantice, do you think that $1,400 is too much to enable a person to become a United States citizen with the perks that they would receive once they get over here?
I thought they were receiving perks for free. They've been coming over here. They've been getting free health care. They've been getting free SNAP benefits. They've been getting free everything. So where is this money really going? They've been getting free housing. So now we're going to make it to where they're going to start paying for these perks. So now everyone has to pay $1,500 in order to get their citizenship. When you've already allowed them to come over, sneak over for free, do all of this, I don't know how they think this is gonna go over. How long have we alone been talking about? And I'm sure it was going on way longer than we realized, and we were talking about it on this platform, that they've just been doing whatever. They've been giving them everything. Meanwhile, we who are from here, who've been working, haven't been able to receive these same benefits that we worked for. So where are they supposed to be getting this money from? And how are you convincing them now that they should pay this?
Well, they've always had to pay. There's always been a fee. The fee, what they're doing is they're trying to elevate the fee.
Right.
Right. To now become $1,400.
And did Vivian say where it originally was or where it is now?
I don't know where it is now. No. I don't know where the fee is now.
So I still don't see how they think this is going to really go over. But what they've been doing is we're going to put it out there and we're going to try. And we're going to see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we'll eventually pull back. But that's one of the first thing that came to mind. You were allowing them to come over here for free. You're allowing them to easily get these things. Even if it was, I'm going to easily give you guys these things and then you have to pay on the back end. Either way, now $1,400 is like,
All righty. Lady Tamika, do you feel $1,400 is too much for them to charge?
I get that, there are all these other benefits that you get. You get to vote, which, affects us all. But and then I look at, the test that they have to take just to, for immigration status. A lot of those questions, we as Americans, you asking us, I don't really know. We were born and raised here, and I'm thinking $1,400. Let's just round up $1,500. It would make it easier for them to say, why bother taking the test? Because you're making it even harder. We got enough people here as it is that are illegal. When you're raising a price like that, my mindset would be like, I'm already here, so why bother taking the test? That doesn't, incite me to want to take the test because the price is too high. Good, great, wonderful for those who have already conquered, but for those who are here that were trying with that price, it might be more of a deterrent than somebody deciding that they
Okay.
want to take the test.
Okay, that's interesting. That they may be trying to discourage people from becoming a citizen by raising the price. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit if you used this tactic. But to answer the direct question, no, I don't think it would be too much. I still say we $1,400. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back, ladies. Let's go back to the stories that have been done here. We have all been a part of these stories where the people were pushing their children through the barbed wire, throwing their children over the fence. As long as the kids could get here, they've pushed their kids here and begged people on the other side, please take care of my child or my children. And we were trying to figure out, some people risked their lives to come here, and they didn't care what they had to do to get here. And we kept saying, well, why are they dying to come here? Why are they risking their lives to come here? And we kept getting the simple response of, well, where they come from is worse. We don't see it because we're not where they are. We're not living in the poverty levels that they're living, where coming over to the United States is like this whole glamorous world of opportunity. So now let's add, it's going up to $1,400. You were willing to come here for free, by any means necessary. You gonna complain about how much it costs to come here? No, then stay on the other side. That's the way I feel. You're looking at this as the land of opportunity. I agree with whoever says, listen, you're getting an opportunity to vote. You're going to get you get an opportunity for better paying jobs. All that you are willing to risk your life to come here for. You now have to pay up to $1,400. I think this is minor. Because guess what? We live right here for free and can't get a job sometimes. We live right here for free and can't get the Medicaid, can't get the SNAP benefits. And you're going to complain about $1,400 to come over here to take a test? I don't care what's on the test personally. I don't care if they want to, what they asking you, if you know the national anthem or anything. I don't care what they're asking you. I don't care what they're asking you personally. You want to come here, then understand that there's a process and there's a price. You were fine with pushing your children through the barbed wire, but now $1,400 is too much in comparison to your freedom. Remember, a lot of this was coming. Remember, go back, ladies. We kept constantly reading and we kept constantly hearing about they were concerned because they didn't have the freedom over there in their country, that they were going through genocide in their countries, that their children were being treated a certain way and not getting the care, and they were living so badly. What you got to complain about? Because no matter how bad it is there, to you over here is much, much, much better. So pay the price. Answer the questions. Do what you need to do to get over here. I'm sorry. If I want to go somewhere, it's just like vacationing. If I want to go somewhere, I'm either going to pay to go, or I'm not going to pay to go. If it's too much, then stay over in your poverty-ridden, genocide-having country. If you don't feel that these are perks, then don't bother. Stay where you are. I'm not mad at you. But I don't want to hear anybody complaining that $1,400 is too much to answer some questions and be given an opportunity to come here. Because every one of y'all that come here makes it harder for us.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about calling places where you have to press 1 for English. Why? I'm in America. Why am I pressing 1 to get to my native language? What kind of mess is that? I looked at something yesterday. Everything was written in every single language. I couldn't even find English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I just don't, there's no sympathy, in my opinion. This is an opportunity that you want. Go ahead, put it up, take the test, answer the questions, give the money, and do what you need to do. Sir says $1,400 for citizenship with empty promises, saying that we are going to get better paying jobs, which is full of, wow. Sir says, which is full of bull crap. Going back to ICE agents, saying they cover their faces to keep their families safe. Do they keep doing so to stay safe from harm? Have they thought about their actions? All right, so wow, I want to comment on Serge's thing here. $1,400 for citizenship with empty promises, saying that we're going to get better paying jobs. All right, Shatish, you have first dibs on this one. Can't hear you.
Sorry, that's pretty much what I was saying. Because you see, here's what we do, that we always end up putting our foot in our mouths as America. We show that we have the money. Because you let all these people come over for free. You gave them all the access to all of these benefits. And now you want them to pay, whether they should or shouldn't. It just makes us look so stupid and backwards. So now I was getting all this for free, but now I gotta pay. And now you're still gonna treat me better than you treat the people who are from here. Because as you just reiterated, Pastor Steph, we've been paying dues since we've been born, literally. And they still be getting better treatment than us for free. So now I'm gonna pay, but I'm still gonna get better treatment. So I'm paying to get treated like your citizens who are already here. Because they're already paying. When I wasn't paying, I was getting all these benefits. I feel like Serge was just saying what I said. It just that's how we always mess ourselves up. It's like, why are we always doing this backwards like this? Just have it set up like this from the beginning, so it can make sense from the beginning, and then they understand what we are accepting and what we're not accepting from the beginning. But no, we always got to do things backwards because there's always this ulterior motive. And now that you claim you need money, now we're going to put this in effect. So whether it's needed or not, whether it makes sense or not, it just looks stupid.
Okay. Lady Tamika, Serge says $1,400 for citizenship with empty promises, saying that we're going to get better paying jobs is garbage. What say you? Do you agree or disagree?
There is no guarantee for anything, which is sad. You get here, this was that fight that we had a long time ago where they got here and then we gave them SNAP benefits, we gave them this, we gave them that. And, They lived off of it. And we who were born and raised right here, we're paying into somebody who's not from here, getting all the benefits and blah, blah, blah. And again, okay, fine. You become a citizen, you still going to have to scrape and just like the rest of us, and so there is no guarantee that, okay, fine. Now I'm an American, everything, the doors open and swing, whoa, and all of a sudden you get this major benefit. There's no guarantee of any of that.
Okay. All right, so maybe I'm understanding his statement a little differently now, based on what you ladies are saying. We got to check in from Adele. Hey, Adele, long time no see, girl. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us this morning. She says, good morning, beautiful people. Well, good morning to you, beautiful Adele. She says, well, welcome to America. You know what I'm going to say? It's all a scam. At this point, the country was built off a lie. So here's my question. My question is, are they saying you have access to better paying jobs, or that we're going to give you better paying jobs? Because my take was they were saying you'd have access. When you come into this country, you have access to a better lifestyle. Let me just read what. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That was Vivian's verbiage. Access to voting, better paying jobs, so forth and so on. So if we're not using the word access, then I can flow with y'all and search. If you enter, for me, if you put the word access to voting, better paying jobs, then I don't feel it's garbage. I feel like, you know what? You have access now. You come and join the pool like everybody else. We can't promise you anything. Here's the question. Help me out with something. Why is there always a question? This is kind of tied into what we're talking about. I saw it yesterday, and I'm still trying to understand. Was it yesterday? Something I was filling out. And they asked, and maybe somebody in the chat room can explain it to me. Why do they always ask, like when they're asking about your ethnicity, they always ask, are you of like Latin descent? They never ask like, are you of Black American descent? They never ask that. They always ask, are you of Latin? Are you Latino or of Latin descent? Why do they ask that? See, to me, all of that goes into this. Like, why are you asking that? So when you're asking about ethnicities, they do ask you about being a native Indian. And they ask, and even if they don't ask that one, you always get, are you Latino or of Latin descent? But then they ask, choose your ethnicity. And then they bulk everybody else together. So to me, that's where that's where my brain always goes. So if you have access, then yeah, pay up, answer them questions, because where they're coming from, they don't have this stuff. So put your money up, call it a day. So I can see, like I said, if it's not access to, then I'm with you guys. I'm with you ladies and Serge. But other than that, Adele says yes, but benefits are supposed to be temporary, not forever. Well, when they were here, they would like you ladies said, they were just giving it away. It didn't even matter. As long as you were just here coming off the plane, whatever, they gave you this, and we were still not eligible. We still had to find eligibility for things that they would just give it. So, yeah, they got some benefits that, you know what, I still think they're going to come over here and get some extra benefits. Remember, people on the lower side of the totem pole. Remember now. So now when you get here, you're going to qualify for Medicaid benefits. You're going to qualify for SNAP benefits. You're going to qualify for all of this. So, yeah, there's some perks that's going to be going on. Some real perks that's going to be going on. All righty. Federal judge has ruled that SNAP recipients, that SNAP recipients should be able to buy candy, chips, all kinds of snacks, soda, and whatever they want to buy, because they said there are more than 20 states who are facing restrictions, because they're saying that if you're getting taxpayer money, taxpayer funding, you should not be allowed to get benefits that is going to take you into obesity and heart issues and blood pressure and diabetes and all of this kind of stuff. And they are asking, right here, Vivian is asking, should we be influenced to buy or restricted? If we get the benefit, should we be restricted to buy only quote unquote healthy foods? Or you gave me this benefit, let me buy what I want. Tamika, Lady Tamika is back in your lap first.
This is another one of those, well, it's all about me. I think about the cost of what transpires when you decide to do your own thing. You buying chips, you buying soda, you doing blah, blah, blah. And we're all, whether we realize it or not, we're all affected by that you do. We're not in this world an isolated agent. So when we give you the freedom to do SNAP, now mind you, that's coming out of my pocket. So when I give you the freedom to blah, 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 I still got to pay into your Medicaid, because that's still, again, coming out of my pocket.
Right,
and so
right.
You don't get the freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do out of my pocket, and I think about, again, if that's the case, if you're going to do it with SNAP, then why don't you do it with WIC? Just get whatever it is that you want. We don't care about you or your baby, because my thing is, when you don't give any parameters, then you give freedom to do whatever it is that they want to do.
Okay. How do you people or those of you in the chat room, please speak up and let us know what you think, because I'm interested. Shatis, what's your thoughts? Should they say, okay, we're going to give you this funding and we're going to mandate that you eat healthy? Or money's yours, eat as you wish?
I like the idea of giving the mandate, because the first thing that comes to mind is all of the things that America still sells that are banned in so many other countries because of the health risks, because of how it tears down our bodies. So for instance, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has been publicized in regards to the negative aspects of it. It makes you sterile. In other countries, they don't have Mountain Dew on the shelves because it messes with your body in that aspect, probably amongst other things. There's certain cereals that are still on the shelves here that are not only on the shelves there, but are banned because of the health risk that it causes and how it negatively affects our bodies. So if now you would have to buy eating meat and fruits and vegetables, because again, eating is a necessity, like the things we're supposed to eat. All this junk food is a luxury. We don't need those things. They actually tear our bodies down. So if they were to do something like that, and I know this is a stretch because people don't even want to do their basic jobs, but give the why behind why we're not permitting you to be able to purchase Skittles and Pepsi and Coca-Cola, then yes, because now you're also educating them at the same time, which is what God does. He doesn't just say no. He lets us know why these things are hazardous to us. So yes, if I'm going to give you these free benefits, then I'm going to help benefit you. I should be. I'm not going to call these benefits, but then now I'm giving you something that's destroying you. That's kind of idiotic.
Okay. Adele says right. Okay, so can I tell you ladies that this is the first time I've ever thought about this? I'll be honest. I never, ever thought about, when they give us benefits that these states are looking at the big picture. So like Lady Tamika brought up, WIC, you can get certain cereals, you can get certain canned foods, you can get certain types of this, that you can't just go and pick anything off. If your juice has to be juicy juice at one point, because that was the healthier juice. These are things that they give you not just to help you eat, but the goal is to help you eat healthy. Now, these states are looking at the big picture that says, on the back end of all of this, the medical side that we have to contribute to all of this obesity and diabetes and heart health and all of these, diabetes and all of these areas, we're paying a heavy penny for this. But if we can control this now by saying, okay, well, we've got 65% of our population getting SNAP benefits, and we've got 75% of our population who's dying, who can't afford health insurance, and we have to now eat it, who can't afford this, but we now as a state have to eat this. Because of that, you need to mandate it. Because if the state is eating, we want, so here's the thing, we want not to have to pay, and it goes back to kind of what both of you said. So let's look at it like this. So in Canada, they don't have to pay health insurance, but they also don't have the food on the shelves that's going to kill you at the same time. Over here in America, they let you eat anything you want to eat, but we mad because we got to pay health insurance. And we're watching the health insurance deteriorate because the states are refusing to pay, or the states can't handle. Forget about whether they could get the money or not, whether they have the money or not. Because if we have to be logical here. They have to really move on a budget. If they don't, then the country would be poor, right? So if we allow people to kill themselves, and yet we on the back end, we mad because we got to pay for health insurance, we're paying for how we're living. And like I said, I got to be honest, I have never, ever thought about this before until Vivian brought this topic up. And I was like, oh my gosh, we are killing ourselves. And then we mad that we got to pay on the back end because the state is reducing. Well, the state is reducing because the state can't handle all the dying people that are killing themselves. So if I help to streamline what you eat, then you will be forced. A whole lot of us would be better, period. Because if I make you pay for those goodies, as we always call them, if I make you pay for those goodies out of your money, guess what happens? You ain't gonna eat as much goodies. That's right. You
right. You start thinking about it.
That's right. We talked about this the other day, that we were complaining that healthy food or healthier options cost more money. No, they don't. Because if you compare them to the junk food, junk food costs more than healthier food. So I agree. You know, if we want to reap the benefits of like a Canada, like Shanti said, they ripped a whole lot of things off their shelves that are simply not healthy.
Yep.
Then now they don't mind paying for your health insurance.
Because it's not so much of a risk.
That's right. We want the best of both worlds. We want to kill ourselves with the freedom of being able to do what we want to do, but we want them to pay for it. So I think we need to help them balance the scale, and we need to eat healthier, and then let them pay for our health insurance. So I actually agree. Adele says right, but it's also cheaper to buy. Listen, I saw my kid eating a bag of Takis and a noodle soup on my way to work today. America has already made eating bad a cultural thing. Not my kids, but I'm just saying we have gotten too comfortable. And that's what's happened. We've gotten too comfortable with, yo, this is free money. I get $235. I get $835 for my family. I get over $1,000 for my family. And I'm buying all of this junk food on the counter.
You ever been at the grocery store and just looked at people's shopping carts?
Yes.
You know, I do it. Sometimes I see people walking and I'm going, whoo, you know, you got all these juices, you got bags, and I mean, multiple bags of chips and things like that. And I'm like, where's the healthy stuff? And you got a kid in the shopping cart, you know, and I'm going, eating. What is this child eating? What are their insides when they go to the bathroom? You ever been near a child and you could tell, like, you don't eat no vegetables. Like something is wrong with your insides when you're that young and you smell like that.
Right.
Scary.
Right. Yeah, we have to make better options if we want to reap the benefits. So I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them if they restrict. You know, you want to tell people you got your freedom of choice, but in the long and the short of it, we don't. We're gonna have to deal with our options. We're gonna have to deal with our options. Shantice, hit that video again, please.
Mom again.
What am I gonna do? I am too old for that.
So are you gonna give birth natural, or are you gonna like do a scheduled C-section? What is your plans?
Damn.
So what's gonna happen to little Peanut?
I'm gonna get abortion.
You kept all of us.
I'm too old for that.
No, you're not.
I believe I'm gonna give him up for an adoption.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm too old to be raising up another baby. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go through that.
There's no way I'm letting a stranger take my sibling away from me.
Well, who's gonna take care of it?
I'll take care of the baby.
I'm just trying to do the best I can with this. I'll just take one day at a time. Just because you have a baby by a man or whatever, that don't mean y'all can be together. And some of these men out here, they try to take an advantage of you. And for all the single women and stuff, don't let no man slow you down.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I didn't get pregnant by myself. So I'm trying to get in touch with you to let you know what's going on. But you ain't been answering your phone.
My mom did not deserve the way you have been treating her. So we're going to have you stand on business today. And when we find you, we need you to step up to the plate.
Reggie was a real man, as he said he was. He could be stepping up to the plate, and take care of your responsibility. But since he's not, then I am going to do it. And I'm not worrying about Reggie no more. This is for the men out there. You know you have a child out there. You're not taking care of your child, and you know that's your child. Y'all is so wrong for that. So you need to step up to the plate and be a man and a father. I didn't get this baby by myself. I'm 64 years old. He is not going to be getting away with this. He may think so. So when I have this baby, him and I and the baby going to do DNA test done. And then when it comes out.
All righty. We're going to take this in sections. All right. Too old to be pregnant. and toggling between adoption and abortion. Shantice. Wait. Yes, Shantice.
Can you reiterate that, please? You were breaking up some.
Okay, so grandma is 64 years old, and she, at this age, does not want to be pregnant, and she's toggling between pregnancy and adoption.
I don't remember exactly what the topic was that we were speaking on, but I was on here trying to figure out what's a proper name or word for boyfriend when you become a senior citizen. And it was really troubling to me because not only did I keep coming up with different things and then shooting it down as soon as it came out my mouth, but the chat room were suggesting things and nothing was working. So my question is, well, not question, because she pretty much already answered it when you're trying to track down this man that you've had casual relations with at 64. At 64. And this is why God allows us to see these things so that God spares our lives when we get to a certain point, not just age, but a certain point in life. We don't repeat certain things. At 64, there's just certain things we have no business doing. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure no one thought you can get the oops at 64. However, there are plenty of other oops that can happen at 64. You just probably didn't think this could be one of the oops. So now we're playing Maury Povich at 64. This is scary to even be considering either one. And I can't even begin to try to imagine the mental anguish she's going through in addition to physically, because I've never been pregnant before, but I always hear how your body just shifts in ways that you can never anticipate when you're at a young age and you're pregnant now versus being up there in age and you're pregnant. This just goes to show that God will have us pay attention to every decision we make in life despite our age. That even when you think you're in the clear of things, like, oh, I can do that because I don't have to worry about this anymore. And God is like, Stop letting the devil fool you. That's that with the taste of soup. Okay, I'll taste the soup. Where's the spoon? This is one of those moments because we keep thinking that once we get to a certain point, we don't need to be worried about certain things. And God is like, him and Jesus up there like, no, who told you that? No. So this is just a testament to me, I would say, to all of the men and women who figure, I got a vasectomy, I had this going on with me, or I no longer have my menstrual cycle, so I ain't got to worry about that. She's now going through this to help everybody else watching, for not only this area, but to understand we don't age out of consequences. That's scary.
I'm so mad because she didn't took the whole tail end of, I said we were taking this in stages. And she's all out in the ocean.
That's what the Holy Spirit gave me.
Hold on, Tamika. Before we go, this chat room is jumping here.
Oh yeah.
So Adele says, going back, yes, our shopping cart peep as well, and you see the big difference in diet in those carts. All righty. Hold on. Then I have a comment before then where she says, yes, but the big companies also make money. Shantice, hold on a second because my eyes all over the place. Off of people being sick, big pharmaceutical companies, same as cigarette companies, look at Campbell's soup lawsuit, and they don't care. They will pay a fine. All righty. She says, not my kids. Nope, I got that one already. All right. So now we've caught up to this conversation. She says, what the hell? Oh, no, no, no. She too old to still be getting caught with the one night stand. Adele, who said it was a one night stand? Oh, my. Oh, my goodness gracious. She says, come take care of your baby. I thought I was watching Maury for a second. Miss Grace says she's out there humping and bumping without being married, and she don't want to be pregnant. Adele says, then she should not be out here getting loose with grandpa. Yes, Shanti's grandpa is the word. The grandpa's still out here acting like a young boy. All right, Lady Tamika, what you got, girl? She's 64, pregnant, and now she's trying to figure out if she should have an abortion or if she should give it up for adoption.
There should be a sometime when you come to your senses and say enough is enough. So at 64, you're having the same issue as someone who's 15, 16. Like, there is no difference there. So there's the age doesn't matter. And I'm saying to myself, you getting Social Security and WIC at the same time. How does that happen? How in the world does that?
I hate you.
Make that make sense. You know, because I'm looking at, and then you trying to find out, because I think she said his name is Reggie. I'm not doing nothing with Reggie no more.
Yeah, she said Reggie.
You know,
Reggie. That's Reggie.
It's Reggie.
So my thing is, clearly, you know, we keep talking about parents doing the right thing and showing the right thing, and how in the world are you showing the right thing when your daughter is asking you, are you going to keep the baby? Are you going to have a C-section? You know, like, oh my goodness, I can't even fathom that, you know, at that age. But it goes to show you, you know, you still doing the same thing that young people do. You know, how are you guiding me as my parent, as my adult parent, you know, when you doing the same thing? And I got to ask you, what you doing? What we doing with this?
Wow. All righty. Okay, so okay. Ketty says, I don't think it was grandpa because he couldn't move like that. It was a young guy. That ain't no young guy with that. No. Come on, Ketty. I think you need no, Ketty. I think you saw the wrong. You saw the wrong video. Come on, Ketty. You saw the wrong video. Adele says, and grandpa's still out here acting like a young boy. All right. You can be a dog at any age. Okay. Katie says true. Adele says clearly she's still getting her Hail Mary at that age to get pregnant. You don't age out of consequences. That's a bar right there, Shantice. So,
oh my God.
That's why I said I hate Shantice. She was all over where I was going at the end. At the end. So here you and boy, Tamika, you hit the nail on the head for me. I'm sitting here saying to myself, Lord have mercy, at 64, you going through the dilemmas of a 24-year-old.
Exactly.
First thing I thought, I'm like, you trying to decide whether you're going to have an abortion or whether you're going to give it up for adoption. Your daughter's asking. And I'm saying to myself, well, abortion back then was different than it is now. Because now you have a challenge at even doing that. And the daughter is saying, well, you can't give my sibling up for adoption. But the daughter ain't carrying this baby at 64 either. So there's a whole lot of stuff actually going on here. Now, my insides are of a 65-year-old. Jesus. And I know she had no idea that at 64, she could possibly still get pregnant. And Adele, there have been women who have passed the menopause stage, no monthly cycle, and have come up pregnant. I truly don't believe that this lady had her period at 64. Because let me help you understand something. Most times, once we see that, we already know we're vulnerable. See, you think you got the clearance when you don't see it no more. You think, oh, I'm good. Me and Reggie. Ain't nobody these days, let me tell you something, Kenny. Ain't nobody these days naming their son Reggie. That's how we know.
That's too sophisticated for this generation.
No, they Malik.
Jaquir.
Right.
Ray Earl, Shorty Tim. Those are names for now.
Okay, Jare, Jemiah Rhea.
They
ain't no Reggie. Yes. Ain't no Reggie. No. Ain't no Reggie born at that time. Reggie is straight old school. And even the way she said Reggie, if my back was turned, I'd know she was 64. Because she talked like grandma.
Oh, God.
She talked like an older woman. And I'm not smashing her or anything. But ultimately, you ladies went exactly to where I went. And my biggest issue was we thought that we could do whatever we wanted to do. And God is still reminding us, I have the final say, and you're going to eat every bit of consequence that's out here to get. You are still fornicating and laying it loose at 64 years old. And let me tell you why I say laying it loose. Clearly, this ain't nobody who's in your corner, because when he stopped calling and stopped answering, he ain't attached to you.
Yep.
He thought it was going to be a quickie as well. He thought he was going to be able, let's talk grown. He thought he was going to be able to hit it and quit it too. Both of y'all went into this believing, oh, well, come on, let's take care of this here. I got this feeling. You got this feeling. Oh, we ain't got nothing to risk. But here's the problem. Did we not just finish talking recently about the community of elders and seniors who are now experiencing a high level of STDs and HIV? We just got finished talking about this. So that means that you have had unprotected sex. So if Reggie is having unprotected sex with you, guess what? He's probably having unprotected sex with other people. You worried about getting a DNA test done? Why would I need to get a DNA test done if it's only been Reggie? Somebody help me. I don't care how mad I am. If I'm only seeing Reggie right now ain't questioning at 64 if it's his. That ain't his issue. You talk like a 24-year-old. A 24-year-old would say this. Well, he ain't answering me. He ghosted me. Whatever term y'all use these days. And now I'm a proof to him that I ain't been sleeping around, because when the DNA test come, he gonna see that this is his baby. That's at 64. That is not his concern. Reggie don't want to be a dad and standing on the WIC line to be good. He don't want to be sick, because so the supermarkets, they got the WIC aisle. He don't want to be standing on the WIC aisle at 64 while he handing over his SNAP benefits. Because he ain't made a whole bunch of money either, and he is not eligible for SNAP. He's getting Medicare. Oh my gosh. But this is God's way of saying, oh, okay. You thought you didn't have to answer to me no more? You cannot do what you want to do. Okay, let's get some of these comments out the way. All righty. Adele says, Social Security and WIC go crazy No, for real. I agree with you, Tamika. She says, I would be embarrassed as my mom if she out here still trying to drop it like it's hot in these streets. Katie says, you're right. I'm just in a state of shock. Adele says, this is not acceptable or appropriate at this age. Congratulations. She is the donkey of the day. She's the donkey of the day. She says, I'm 37 and I don't want any more kids. I'm playing it safe for the rest of my life. Or is that what she's saying? Life? Okay. And Katie is laughing. Oh my gosh. I saw this video, like I said to y'all earlier, and I was flabbergasted. Because not at the fact that she got pregnant. I think that was the least of my shock. My shock was all the other stuff. So let me throw out this, ladies. Shantice, you still have the first leg. The daughter is conversing, interviewing, and now she gonna boast up at Reggie because he ain't do right by her mama. She gonna make him stand on business today.
Oh. You would be disappointed in me, Pastor Steph. This would, I'd have to sell these rights to HBO or something. This is, I would. You'd be so disappointed in me. I'm like, no, God didn't allow this to happen just for us to experience, Ma. We gotta help the world out. We gotta help the world and make some money at the same time. Because I'm not defending you. I'm not defending you. First of all, I don't want nobody to hear my voice. Just in case they're able to pinpoint that it's me. And I'm out here saying what to this man as if this wasn't consensual. For my elderly mother, not Reggie, we coming to look for you because you stole my mother's check. Not Reggie, we coming to look for you because my mother let you move in and you took all the remotes out the house. No. Reggie, I'm coming to look for you because you got my elderly mother pregnant. I can't get past that statement long enough to even try to hunt you down. And the second my mother would bring up to me, I'm looking for Reggie. No, you need to be looking for yourself. You turn around, look at that mirror, because that's the one who's responsible. I was a little flabbergasted with the daughter. I'm like, how are you? Now, I'm team mom all day, every day. However, we got to draw the line somewhere. Everybody can't be slow. Now I have to accompany you to the doctor because guess what? You need help going to the doctor anyway. So now I gotta go to the GYN with you, but not for a regular checkup. Now we gotta go for it. It's just too much for me. You giving me my heart palpitations. I'm not even the one pregnant. It's just too much as a child. No matter how old we get, we're still a child. As a child, we're already concerned about our parents' health. Now I gotta be sit here and worry about carrying a child at this age. You know how risky that is. So now I have on top of your regular health concerns to be worried about. Now I got this to worry about. Now I got your mental state to worry about because now you can't sleep because you don't know if you want to give it up for adoption or if you want to have an abortion. And then I worry about how you're going to be through the labor. If you're going to make it through the labor, then I got to worry about if you're going to have postpartum and all that. Now I'm the babysitter by default. It's just too much. It's too much. I don't know how this daughter is managing like that.
All right, Lady Tamika, the daughter.
I'm just mad. All the way mad. I mean, first of all, just the whole idea of you coming to me, telling me, daughter, we about to have another daughter. I'm gonna be, first of all, you saying to me, oh, you about to have a sister. I'm going into hysterical laughter because I know good and well you're not telling me the truth. Okay, this is a joke. Okay. Or you give me those, what happened? What would happen if? Okay, because that's what I would think. And then to find out that it's true, and you 64. Mama, our grocery list is going to be extremely large because we're going to Uber everything for the next 9 months. We're not going to the corner store. I'm going to find a way to get the doctor to come to the house. You're not answering the phone. None of that for 9 months. Because I'm mortified the fact that we're at this age and we're still doing things like you haven't gotten to an area where you're an adult, like a real adult. Just because you're age doesn't necessarily mean that you're a real adult. And my thing is, you figured, oh, my cycle is over. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. Individual adult results may vary. And now you're and you carrying me with this foolishness. And you looking for, I'm not calling Reggie because you've been doing this all along. And now it's in everybody's face. It's not just yours. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows it. I can see the neighborhood kids going, look, that's the house with the lady. She's 64 years old. Everybody knows it. The children can see it. The neighborhood can see it. And now I got to deal with the issues of your sin is evident in my household.
You ladies have brought up some good stuff here. Good stuff and really poignant stuff. Vivian never fails. Thank you so much for your contribution and your logical thinking. Thank you so much. We pray you have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day, everybody.
Thank you. All right. Adele says, correct. Getting interviewed by the daughter, and the daughter is putting the battery in her back like, what is this ratchet city? Yeah. Oh, we in trouble, y'all. We are in trouble. And like I said, Shantice hit the nail, and Lady Tamika hit the nail right on the head for me. Excuse me. Here you are, 64 years old, and you believe that I can do what I want to do. And you hear me say all the time here, I hate to hear, and I'm using that word hate. I hate to hear senior people say, I can say what I want to say. I've lived long enough. I've been through enough. I can say what I want to say. And I'm like, God didn't say that. God is the one who said, watch what you say. Let your words be edifying. And why you feel because you 73 years old, you 85, you can say what you want to say because you didn't live here long enough and you didn't been through enough. No. We are at no time. There is nothing in that word of God that says once we reach a certain age, we could just wild out, do whatever we want to do, say and do and think and act and this and that, how we want. There is no way God would allow us to get to a certain age and just do what we want to do. She was acting like a 24-year-old. Now, listen, I can't say what her hormones was feeling, what Reggie's hormones were feeling. I can't, I can't speak for that. And a lot of people would sit and say, well, you know what? She's grown. It's her body. She could do what she want to do. And you know what? Part of you is right. However, we must remember, I have to speak from a Christian aspect. And although I understand that, yeah, your hormones may be kicking, especially. So here, let's pay attention to something here. There's, Adele brought up the fact that she still may have been getting her cycle. I brought up the fact that I've heard women past menopause stage, no more cycles, and have still gotten pregnant. Menopausal babies, and they call them that, or postmenopausal babies, because no more cycles. Your body is, listen, ladies, let's just speak frankly. There are certain times of the month where your hormones are kind of moving in areas and ways, at times of your life. You're like, Lord have mercy. What am I feeling? You have no control over what goes on in your body. So if she was in some kind of a weird, which clearly she was at 64 and end up pregnant, some of her body was going through different things, then her hormones, her sexual, feeling may have been on a higher level. Again, just because I don't agree don't mean I don't understand. Keep telling people that I have to agree with everything you say, but I get it. But I have to come from a biblical perspective. And I don't want to hear it's her body. It's not her body. Well, did we just get a sign that it's not her body? Because if it was her body and she had the final say, she would not be in this dilemma. That's not our body. It's not our mouths. It's in our possession. Oh, there you go. There you go. This stuff is in our possession. We have been given dominion over these things. Our bodies, our clothes, our home, our food, our cars, our jobs. These have been given to us. And we have been charged to be good stewards over all of these things. And unfortunately for her, she was going with the hormones, and Reggie was clearly with the hormones as well. Whether Reggie was experiencing this once or 50 million times, it don't matter. But because of her hormonal need, her sexual need, she chose the wrong Reggie. Again, they say that there's a high rate of STDs and HIV running through nursing homes, assisted living places. This is real. This is real. Go look it up for yourself. As a matter of fact, there's a woman who I'm actually getting to come out to the conference to actually engage and let us know that this stuff is going on, because that's what she does. She works in that field. So unfortunately, because she, followed through with the sexual, feeling, she lucked up with Reggie. And again, this is the same dilemma a 14, 24, 34-year-old woman, 44-year-old woman could possibly go through. And I'm so glad I'm at the point in my life there are no oops. There's no oops possibilities. Because let me tell you something, ain't nothing worse than being in a cycle of, I got to worry about, did the condom break? I have to worry about, he didn't pull out soon enough. I got to worry about, I can't have sex at this time because it is my cycle and my hormones are racing and I'm trying to hold it together. I'm being straight real right now because this is what's happening. I understand. I get it. I get it. But God is, like Shanti says, God is reminding us that you ain't never too old for consequence. And I venture to say there's probably some other stuff that, mom was doing that God was not happy with. I don't know what it is, but maybe even a point where God had let her slide on some concept. Remember, God does not handle you according to your iniquity. So there's possibility that there was some things that was going on that God kept saying, and now it has all become this. Because if you look at your own life, God does that to each and every one of us. There are things that God should be smashing us for. And he got, it ain't because he didn't forgot about it. It's because he didn't give us a pass. Knowing that we could make a better decision and giving us an opportunity to make a better decision. But because we're, as well, we end up here. Yo, I'm I'm talking real life. I'm so glad I'm at the age I ain't got to worry about that stuff no more. Because I'm going to tell you something. When I was younger, yeah, that was your thought. I don't care if you had 1 man or 50 men. It was your thought. That was your thought. When you go pee, you looking in the cup to see if something floating up in there. Yo, it's real. It is straight real. And I know some of y'all out there know what I'm talking about. These are all the things that go on in your head when you out here playing Russian roulette. And that's exactly what happened to Mom. Played Russian roulette and crapped out, as they say. As for the daughter, mind your business. You cannot stand on business when Mom has made a very bad decision and now you feel you gonna step the Reggie out and, like they said, and say what? Tamika said they're gonna be in the house for 9 months because she don't want nobody even know that my mama pregnant. You stepping to Reggie for what? Who you stepping to? Are you married? Do you have your ducks in a row? Because if you're married, you opted out of that life. So whether Mom was married and maybe her husband died, or maybe they divorced, or listen, I don't care. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is now she has to eat her decision. And this is why, and I say this to my congregation all the time, this is why I ride y'all the way I do. Because being the walking dead is worse than being dead sometimes, where you in the ground. Because when you have to live with some of your decisions, and I can't stop you. You have 3 girls. Whatever they're going to do is what they're going to do. They're grown women now. All I do is I still at almost 60 and 40, 35, and 27. I'm still riding them. My congregation, I'm still riding y'all because I know, this is the kind of stuff that can happen when you make one wrong move. One, that's all it takes. Tamika's always throwing up, you had one job. All it takes is one wrong move. Would it have been better had Mom ended up with an STD that you can't get rid of? Because there were some STDs that you don't get rid of. Ain't no shots, ain't no pills. You don't get rid of that. Would it be better for Mom to spend the rest of her life living with HIV, possibly going into AIDS? This is the chance that Mom took. This is the chance that Mom took when she met up with a Reggie and unfortunately made that one wrong decision. One wrong move. Let me tell you something. I'm at the point in my life, and I like I said, I just talked about some of the stuff that you go through in this area. Just in this area. I ain't talking about nothing else, but just in this area of being young and just you're just where you are. I remember making a move. I was on the right track, and I just stood on it. And after a while, I broke down and I shifted gear, and I'm eating it today. It's something that I told y'all this before. I've been asking God, what is going on with this? Why can't this be fixed? Why am I going through this? My life is right now. Why am I going through this? And the Lord said, I want you to think about this. And let me tell you something. I have been asking God this for about 4 or 5 years. Until he said to me one day, I want you to think about this. And I was like, oh my God. I did that when I was like 30 years old. Did I just tell you I was going to be 60? You listen. You can't dodge the consequence of God. Which is why I say I'm on here every day pleading and begging with you to just choose Jesus right now. Because when you do, your decision making is much different, because he is the one who's making the decisions if you allow it. Because the Holy Spirit is dealing with you and he's going, hey, you stay from over there. Don't do that. You better remember this verse. Have you not made this mistake before? Now, it may not look like this, but conceptually, it's that. I advise you to go stage left. That Spirit of the Lord is always knocking on your door. I tell y'all all the time, God snatches me by my collar all the time. I said to Shanti the other day, I can't get away with nothing. And it's not a complaint. It's an awareness that at the moment I get ready to do something, this is why when I speak to a lot of people, they think I'm in an overkill. Oh, she know everything I say. She complains about everything I say. She talks about, because God is letting me see all of this. And he's allowing me to be there for you. I know there are people that don't like to talk to me. Because see, here's where I go. I keep telling you, I don't come out and tell anybody anything. I'm going to ask you those hard questions. And it's not me who's asking those questions. It's God who is asking those questions through Stephanie. Through Stephanie. I know people who do nothing but live in fear. Nothing but live in fear. Several people that live in fear, everything. I'm scared. And I'm saying to myself, how do you migrate through life like that? I couldn't even sleep at night. I couldn't even sleep if everything, what about this? What about that? Slow down. Let God be the pilot here. Stop thinking so much and understand that we're not going to be able to dodge everything, even in our most careful way of living. Remember, just yesterday we did the story where mom wanted to sell her couch and she was like, cash only. Mom says, I'm not dealing with nothing but cash. The son was like, yo, mom, you know what? I'll circumvent this thing here. You know, they want Venmo. They only do it with Venmo and Zelle. And they ended up being swindled out of about $900. But had he gone with mom, who said $300 in cash only, you either took it or you left it. Plain and simple as that. So no matter how careful you think you may be moving, you still gonna get stung. That's life. Such is life. No matter what we do, you're gonna step on a landmine somewhere, somehow. And the shrapnel may be all over the place, or it may be contained. But that's up to God. That's based on how you're living and what he wants for you, his will in your life. And I know a lot of people just don't like talking to me. They're sent to me. But boy, they don't like my conversation. And it's not because I'm telling you, well, let me tell you what to do. Well, let me tell you about this. No. Well, what happens with this? Well, what did God say? I know it's a pinch, but God is pinching you. It's not Stephanie, it's God pinching you. So that we don't make one false move. One. That's all mom made. And when I say it could even, it could be one as in one shot, like Adele said, one night stand, or it could be what they call a series of occurrences, but it's one occurrence. So in other words, the occurrence is just sleep, just having unprotected sex and fornicating. That's one occurrence. So that's what happens when you work in the HR world. Okay, but in all honesty, it can be seen as that. Whether it was one night stand with her and Reggie, and she and Reggie were friends, or, we cool like that, and I trusted Reggie because he knew me and I knew him, and we went and did that thing, and now that thing blew up in both our faces. Or it could be me and Reggie been at this for a minute. We know, we ain't got nobody else, and, he trusts me and I trust him, and, he ain't gonna sleep with this one, I ain't gonna sleep with that one. But now you talking about DNA. The DNA wouldn't be in my conversation. If you only slept with Reggie, why DNA even coming up? Because like I said, Reggie know that it's his. Reggie know it's his. He may be sleeping around, but he pretty much know mom ain't sleeping around. Because most times we don't live like that. And I'm not saying women are perfect, so do not put that in chat room. Go away. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all should get what I'm saying. Most women are contained to one man. It's the man who kind of plays around. There are women who sleep all over the place. But mom probably like I said, she had her needs, and Reggie met the need. And now it's like, I'm calling you and you ghosting me. At 64, somebody is ghosting us about a pregnancy. Oh my God, if that's not the 25-year-old life, that ain't nobody's life. That's what happens when we're kids. Oh my God, from one false move. And all she thought was, you know what? I'm older, I'm grown, I'm not sleeping around. But look at how many areas we weren't happy, that God wasn't happy with. The fornication, the unprotected sex. You need to protect your body because you trusted Reggie. And that's why I said, you know what? I used to say a lot of times pregnancy sometimes was on the lighter side of what could have been. Because at least pregnancy is 9 months and then how many years afterwards. And it could be a joy, it could be mixed, or it could be hell. Either way, one of them to come through. But living with an STD, and now that's something that you can't run from. At least you could drop the kid off at the firehouse. At least you can give that child to your daughter in this instance. But if mom came up with some STD that she couldn't get rid of, guess what? No matter where mom went, mom was taking that STD with her. Please choose Jesus as your personal savior. It's not because we're not going to make any mistakes. It's not because we ain't going to slip and fall. It's because when we live truly, when you put that word up in there, when we truly live on a Christian journey, God does the thinking for us. And I don't want somebody to believe that we become robots, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you learn to take heed to the creator of your life. Someone that knows more than you know. Someone who knows and has your best interest at heart. Someone who knows that if you do it this way, there are no repercussions. That everything ain't gonna be perfect, but the consequence won't look like this. This woman must be going through hell right now. Hell. Because I had to tell somebody. Now I got my daughter in my ear. You ain't gonna do this with my sibling, and you ain't gonna do that with my sibling. And it's like a lot of times I have to tell Shantice, I'm sorry, I'm the mother. I have to tell my girls all the time, I'm sorry. Last I checked, I'm older than you. I done been through some things that you will never understand or know about. I'm sorry. Who told you you know more than I know? So she's sitting on the opposite end talking about, well, you ain't gonna do that with my brother. And who gonna take care of it? I'll take care of it. Yeah, easier said than done. Because mom ain't just thinking about the fact that, oh, she could just have this baby and give it to you. There's a lot of stuff that comes with carrying this child. Now you gotta apply for Social Security in a way you ain't even thought you had to apply for Social Security for. There's a whole lot more doctor visits. Now part of that time you're going to be on bed rest. They're not relying on no woman 64 to be walking around just doing whatever she wants to do because she is healthy as an ox. No, it's a lot of stuff. So you got the daughter in your ear with something completely separate and apart. Please, please, please. When you truly put your life in the hands of God, there's a lot less trepidation. A lot less trepidation. We had someone on the broadcast back in 2023, and she ministered at the first conference we had. And she said the younger her would just sleep around, unprotected sex all the time. She said in her resolve, I just go and get tested for HIV. She said she'd sit in the chair, she'd shiver for a little bit, she got a test, got up, went right back to the same activity. She talked about it right here on the broadcast. She wrote a book about it. She spoke openly at the conference about it. She said, but she's so glad to know a man named Jesus. So glad to know a man named Jesus that delivers you not just out of, but into a world that is uncompromising, delivers you into peace, delivers you into better decision making, not just delivers you out of. See, we keep talking about what God has brought us from. But let's talk about what God has delivered us into. If you had $1 trillion, you could not buy peace. Peace that this world does not understand. I am so grateful to God that all that stuff that I talked to you about a little while ago, I'm delivered from. Thank you. 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 You go through things in your life, regardless of whether you're in the Lord or you're out of the Lord. But when you compare it to the stuff that you have gone through, when you were on the other side of that line, what you're going through now can't compare. Because now you are relying on someone greater than you. Can't hold a candle to where you are. Step out of that fear. Step out of that chaos of life. Step out of the unknown. Because all that faith and the unknown are two very different things. Because fear comes from the unknown. Being worried. Children have the best life because they ain't scared of nothing. And sometimes it leads to reckless behavior. But if only we could have the life of a child, a piece of that life that walks with us every day. That's the peace that only God can give, only Jesus can bring. What has God delivered you into? You can't have one foot on the banana peel and one foot across on God's side. You're going to have both them feet and every parts of your body on this side, because that is what's going to make the difference for you. Nothing will change that. I tell you, I have been through some huge challenges in my life, and I have been at such peace, because all I could say to God was, I've done the things that you wanted me to do. This is on you, because this is too great for me. I can't do nothing with this. I have reached my limit. It's on you. It's strictly on you. My health, my finances, the stability of my home, my children, my jobs, my life and the decisions that I was making. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. I can't do nothing else with it. Join the club. You will not regret it. You've been watching It's Due Time with Pastor Steph. Join us Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. where we discuss matters of the heart, mind, and spirit. As you go through your day, be sure to set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. They will only serve as a distraction. Remember, prayer changes things. It's Pastor Steph signing off, and I want to thank my Due Time crew, the ladies, for always coming through big time. Thank you for hanging out with us and helping us do what we do. Please do not miss the opportunity to give Christ your life right now, please do not miss the opportunity to just strengthen that relationship with the Lord right now, because later is not promised to any of us. What are we down to? 31 more days to the Breaking the Yoke Women's Conference Prayer and Awareness Walk, and one more day to order your awareness shirt. Tomorrow, June 25th, is the cutoff day. Come on, get that shirt. Time is quickly running out. You do not want to be on the other side going, I wish I had ordered my shirt. You still got time. All righty. So make sure you get it done. The number 513-900-1141. And somebody used that number yesterday. Yes, so people are calling to order. We can send you the link for you to order. We're taking the orders. People are using that 513-900-1141. Don't miss out. Until tomorrow, God spares, where it's Therapeutic Thursday. And we have a guest, y'all. Again, remember, we're preparing for the Prayer and Awareness Walk and the Women's Conference. So during this time, I've got people coming on who are going to talk about what they'll be doing at the conference. So make sure you're here tomorrow, God spares. Until then, I love you.